Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show helps raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts, those who want more of life, those who want to do more, those who want to be more, those who love the thrill, the joy, and the connection of what these high performance engines bring into our lives. Because holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a great person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. And today we're going to be talking about something powerful. Today we're going to be talking about brainwashing yourself into success. When you hear that, does that sound extreme to you? Maybe, right? But that's exactly what it takes to achieve the goals that you've set out for yourself. It's all about rewiring your mind to focus relentlessly on the life that you want. Just think about it. If you don't control your thoughts, someone or something else will control your thoughts. Right? So why not program yourself for success? But what does brainwashing yourself for success really mean? Well, let's clarify the concept, right? We're talking about purposefully reprogramming yourself, reprogramming your mind about taking control of the narratives that go on in your head and aligning them with the success that you want to create. It's not just motivation, it's total mental reconditioning. It's just like athletes train their bodies. Well, we need to train our minds. This is all about consistently feeding your brain with the beliefs, with the values, and with the habits that will lead you to the success that you're after. It's not going to happen by accident. You got to literally recondition your mental thinking to bring that into your existence. It's like Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, man, used to talk about this all the time. He literally conditioned his mind for greatness. And he's one of the greatest that ever lived. I'm not a huge basketball or sports for all that matter. I'm more of a motorsport type of guy, but I definitely know about Kobe Bryant, and he's one of the greatest for sure. And he literally conditioned his mind for greatness. Like he talked about it, like you see it in his interviews. He literally visualized the success that he was after. He stayed relentlessly focused, putting in more work than anyone else. And he never let the doubt creep into his mind. That's where one of his famous quotes came from. Like, if you haven't heard it, he goes like this. I looked this up, and this is real. Like, and I found this. It's fucking, you hear this shit in a lot of his interviews. He goes, my brain, it cannot process failure. I will not process failure. Because if I sit there and have to face myself and tell myself, you're a failure, I think that's almost worse than death. Man, that's fucking pretty hardcore mindset to take on, right? The dude was extreme, but that's the type of mindset that it takes to become one of the fucking greatest of all time. This is where the power of repetition really comes into play. It's about rewiring your mental habits because repetition is key, right? In the same way that our setbacks bombard us with the same message over and over again, I know you felt it. I feel it. Whenever something bad happens, something shit goes wrong, when fucking things go sideways, your mind just keeps replaying that shit and keeps bringing it back up because it's fucking trying to keep you in this comfort zone. It's trying to keep you safe, right? But you need to bombard yourself with success-driven thoughts instead. You need to be intentional with whatever you let inside your mind, however you roll. Like you need to be intentional with the thoughts that you let up in here, up in your mind. Whenever you have a bad thought, a disempowering belief that comes into it, fucking smash it. Say no and flip it around. Go the completely opposite way. Like you want to use affirmations and visualizations to set yourself up. And for the record, I'm going to put this for the record, affirmations are not cheesy. They're actually tools that rewire your subconscious. Like saying, I am successful or I am fucking unstoppable really rewires your brain to believe that it is possible. Like, look, I remember the first time that I ever participated in an Ironman 70.3. Like, that was actually my first triathlon ever. I had never ever competed in a triathlon. And then I go for an Ironman 70.3, fucking wide open for real, right? Well, I had minimal training. And I only had one goal when I signed up for that, to finish before the cutoff time, right? I didn't care if I came in last. I didn't care about none of that shit. All I was interested it was in completing the triathlon and not getting disqualified because I was taking too long, right? And I can't tell you how many affirmations I chanted to myself during the course of that race. Like, it took me nearly 8 hours to complete it. It was like 7 hours and 50 something minutes, some shit like that. Almost 8 hours right there. Straight hardcore exertion. You have people that can't even work 8 hours a day, and I'm here fucking first time ever for a triathlon going and going ham to go almost pretty much 8 hours of physical exertion nonstop. And the whole time I was telling myself things like, "You fucking got this. You will do this. You are unstoppable. You will cross that fucking finish line. You're a winner, and winners don't fucking quit. Come on, Randy. One step at a time. One step at a time. All down the line. You got this shit. We keep going. You're going to complete this. I am an Ironman." I remember I would chant that shit. Every time I was feeling like weak and I wanted to slow down and I wanted to stop, man, I would fucking hype myself up and I would tell myself those things. And all those affirmations combined with action, that like the massive action that I was putting in, I was literally exerting myself, going past the limit of what I thought I had, led me to break through mental barriers and really push my body like I have never before till that day. And on top of that, I didn't even come in last place. I may have been like 4 or 5, two last, from last, I should say, but I still fucking did it. Got the goal done. So, what can you put into practice every day, right? I bet you if you looked at yourself like that straight in the fucking eye, when you look at it, put yourself in the mirror and you look at yourself that straight in the eye every single day for at least 30 days, and you said to yourself things like, "You're gonna have an amazing day. You're getting stronger. You're getting better. You're becoming the person you always wanted to be. These challenges are fucking nothing but opportunities for growth. I'm fucking proud of you for pushing through and staying out of your comfort zone. You got this shit. Let's rock this motherfucking day." Like, if you told yourself that shit every single day and you literally looked at yourself dead in the eye and said it with intention, like you mean it, fucking like with grit, man, you would actually have way more wins in your life. Because you're literally reprogramming your mind and putting that deep into your subconscious to work throughout your day. Like, I'm encouraging you, give it a try and watch how your mindset shifts. All right, so you also have to control your inputs and guard your mind from the negativity. We kind of highlighted this a little bit on this, but because the truth is that your mind, your mental inputs, they shape our reality. So whatever you think of, whatever you're constantly in your mind, whatever you're constantly thinking about every single day, that starts shaping your reality, whether it's good or whether it's bad. And so if it's bad, you're just fucking gonna go in the direction that you don't want to go. This is why it's so critical to really brainwash yourself into the success. This is what this whole episode is all about. Like, what you consume affects how you think. So if you're feeding your mind always negativity, if you're always like feeding your mind the daily news is what's happening and what's all the bad shit that's going on, you're feeding your mind with the gossip, you're feeding your mind with the self-doubt, then you're literally making it harder for yourself to succeed. You want to have powerful inputs. This podcast is one of them, for example. Like, I fucking work my ass off to make sure I try to put valuable content for you. Things that will help you grow, things that will help you evolve, things that are going to help you level up, things that are like hardships that I've gone through. I share those so that you could do it faster than I did, right? But I also encourage you to listen to other personal development podcasts so that you can have a broader bandwidth on the subject. Because maybe you might learn something else from someone else. I listen to several podcasts myself, right? Or you can also listen to audiobooks. That's a good one. I would always do that on my drive to work. Always put an audiobook or a podcast. Back then I was listening to a lot more audiobooks than podcasts. Nowadays I listen to a little bit more podcasts and audiobooks because I've been literally just reading them. But I encourage you, you can look up even some inspirational YouTube videos from your mentors or from leaders that you aspire to be like, and watch those shits. Like, you can put yourself into environments that really uplift you to just challenge yourself, to challenge the way you think, to think bigger. Because who you surround yourself with is key. Like, you want to limit your time with people who don't support your growth, people who don't have the same vision as you. Like, it will make a difference. Like, man, I talk about this all the time, and it's just fucking life changing. It really is. I remember my mom used to always say that, like, would say in Spanish, "Dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres." It's pretty much in English, just tell me who you're rolling with, and I'll show you who you are, right? And eventually, you'll become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose wisely, right? So here's my actionable advice for you, right? Make a conscious effort to surround yourself with positive inputs, right? Like, start reading 10 pages of a growth focused book every day. That shit will read. It's one of those things that you won't notice the improvement right away, but man, you fucking do that shit for a quarter, for 2 quarters, for 3 quarters, for a whole year, man, and your fucking mindset really shifts. You start to evolve, man. And it's only 10 pages. It really is. You can do this shit. And if you aren't a reader, like for me, back I used to always say, oh, I'm not a reader, I can't read books, so I would listen to a lot of audiobooks. So if you're not a reader, then listen to the audio version of that book. Daily. Just fucking put it in. And 15 minutes of that book on your way to work, whatever. It will make a difference. Long term, man. You will fucking think different, you will evolve. You never know when you're gonna pick up something in a book that really can change the course of your direction. Change the course of your life and what direction you're going to, right? And just as an FYI, this is a hack I learned. Man, if you do them both at the same time, like if you listen to the audiobook and you follow along while reading, like, this becomes the ultimate cheat code, because you're literally intaking the information via multiple senses. Like, you're listening to the audiobook from your ears, you're reading it with your eyes because you have the book in front of you, and you're literally saying it out loud from your mouth. So it's the triple intake effect. You process the information different, faster. You actually read it out faster, and you process the information, and you start going through books. Like, that shit is powerful. I recommend it. It's a fucking cheat code, right? So let's switch gears here for a moment, and let's talk about overcoming your subconscious barriers, because those are real. We all have them. It's all about recognizing our limiting beliefs, because our brains are wired for comfort. Our brains are wired for safety. The subconscious mind often tries to protect you by keeping you in your fucking comfort zone. That's why I throw so much negative things, like, at your mind, so it could keep you safe, in parentheses. Like, it thinks that it's keeping you safe, but it's not. It's fucking holding you back. Like, you want to recognize your limiting thoughts and call those shits out as bullshit. Like, thoughts like that shit happens to all of us. Oh, I'm not good enough, or success is for others, is not for me, or it always tries to put some fucking disempowering thoughts in your mind, and those are all mental roadblocks. You want to grab those disempowering beliefs, those disempowering thoughts that your mind tries to hold you back with, and you want to replace them with empowering thoughts, with things that will drive you forward, with things that will get you hyped, with things that will fucking make you feel unstoppable. Like, anytime that you have a thought throughout your day that holds you back in some type of way, I encourage you, write that negative belief down. Either on your notepad, on a piece of paper, even on your notes tab on your phone, if you that would work too, right? And then what happens is that when you write it down, you go ahead and you actively replace that thought with words that push you forward. And I promise you that when you write those negative thoughts down, when you actually see them, and you're like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you actually look at them and say, and you're like, yo, what the fucking hell with this shit? This is stupid. I don't fucking, what the fuck? Like, and you'll probably laugh too, because you're like, yo, this is fucking bullshit. But it takes you literally putting it in front of your face for you to realize how fucking stupid of that thought really is. And if you don't put it like that, they fucking hold us back. They put them into a low energy state. They make us play safe. They hold us back. Right? Because most of the time, we just need to see it in front of us to see how silly those thoughts truly are. To see how much they're fucking holding us back. To see how fucking bullshit they are. Right? you'll see how easy it can be to change them from thoughts that actually drive us forward instead of holding us back. But you gotta literally see it in your face to say, oh, there's no fucking way. There's no way. Because if you just let it go on in your mind, you gotta be very good intentionally to, I've been working on that for a long time. When a disempowering thought comes into mind, I fucking try to cancel it out, and I go the opposite way. Whatever it's telling me, I think about the opposite thing. And so another thing that you can do is you want to create an environment of success, because your environment shapes your thinking, right? Just as much as your thoughts, your environment influences your success. You want to create spaces that remind you of your goals and your aspirations. You want to keep those vividly in front of your mind. And what I mean by this is that wherever you spend the most time, wherever your desk is, wherever you work at, or maybe even in your car, wherever you spend the most time, put visual cues so that your brain can see those constantly, and it knows, it's literally looking at what you're working towards. Like you're literally engraving that into your subconscious, right? And so what this does is that it keeps your brain primed for innovation and growth. It could be something simple, like, man, you could be like, I used to do this all the time. I actually just get into mine. I should fucking get back to doing this. I used to put like inspirational quotes or even sticky notes all over throughout my desk. Like, and people were like, oh, that's, but they would come and they'd read it and they'd say it out loud and like, you see? It's all about keeping the success that you're working on creating at the forefront of your mind. If you want to take things a step further, like save a picture of what you're really working towards, something that you really want, right, on your cell phone's home screen. This is powerful because that way, every time you look at your cell phone, and we look at our cell phone fucking probably 1,000 times a day, you see the success that you're creating for yourself. You literally have it on your mind. And then there could be times where you don't even look at that, but you go to look at something else on the phone, but it's going into your subconscious mind, processing, and it's programming. It's reprogramming your mind. Like, if the success is not comfortable, and neither is reprogramming your mind, you have to do it intentionally, right? Your brain is going to resist this. Your brain will resist this, but this is where the grit comes into play. If you really want it bad enough, you won't stop working until you fucking achieve it. When you feel the resistance, or when you feel the discomfort, like trying to change your way of thinking, know that this is a sign that you're on the right fucking path. So keep pushing forward, because the success that you achieve and the success that you will achieve makes the discomfort all fucking worth it. It really does. So remember, the secret to brainwashing yourself into success lies in the repetition. It lies in controlling your mental inputs, in breaking through those limiting beliefs, and in creating an environment that reflects your goals and what you're after. So start today. Process, reprocess, reprogram your mind. Rewire that shit. Literally, start the process today of rewiring your brain for success so that you can fucking get it. You got this shit. Let's get to work. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, and I'm calling out all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's become the badass motherfuckers that we're all meant to be. Breaking the stereotype is exactly what we're here to do. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others level up is the mission that God has tasked us with. Join me on this journey while we empower our people to do more and to be more. And man, by any chance, if you still haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and smash that button so you never miss another episode. Oh, and if you connected with today's episode, if you connected with today's message, if it resonated with you, I'm asking you, do me a favor. Please share this on your story and tag me at Wide Open Randy, because those are the actions that really help more people to see and hear about this podcast. And ultimately, those are the actions that help our community grow. I'll catch up with you on the next episode. But till then, live your life wide open, my friend. Peace.